Sqilah. Enhancing Careers. Chapter 5. Material Handling Equipment. Every warehouse faces unique operational and logistical challenges. Warehouses tend to be incredibly busy in dangerous places, with workers, drivers, and others constantly on the move. Ensuring that the facility has the right warehouse material handling equipment can go a long way toward keeping everyone safe and productive. These warehousing equipment make the operation easier. Pallet jacks. Pallet jacks make it easy to transport heavy materials stacked on pallets. They feature two twin forks that slide underneath the pallet. A manual pallet jack requires the user to move the handle up and down with pumping force, which creates a hydraulic action that lifts the pallet. Hand trucks. Hand trucks are like pallet jacks, making transporting large items easier throughout the warehouse. A hand truck has a metal frame, toe plate, and handles. The operator slides the toe plate under an object and tilts the handles back, allowing him to wheel the object to another spot in the warehouse. Hand trucks are suited to move smaller objects and do not utilize hydraulic action. Order picker forklift. An order picker forklift helps operators pick and transport materials needed to complete an order. The forklift lifts the operator to the same level as the inventory. This makes order picking more efficient and safer than using manual equipment like a ladder. Side loader forklift. A side loader is a forklift designed for use in tight spaces, such as narrow aisles. However, it tends to be less maneuverable than standard forklifts. Depending on its design, the operator sits or stands in the machine. Side loaders can operate inside or outside and run on either electric, diesel, or propane. Automated Guided Vehicles. An automated guided vehicle, AGV, is warehouse material handling equipment that travels autonomously throughout a warehouse. AGVs are used for tasks typically requiring a forklift, conveyor system, or even a manual cart. There are many different types of AGVs. They include automated guided carts, AGCs. The most basic type of AGVs have minimal features and are used to transport a variety of materials in cross-docking, sorting, and storage applications. Forklift AGVs performs the same functions as a human-operated forklift but does not require an operator. Towing AGVs, also known as tugger automated guided vehicles, used to pull one or more load-carrying vehicles behind them like a train. Towing AGVs are generally used to transport heavy loads over longer distances. Unit load handlers, typically used to transport single objects or units such as a pallet. Heavy burden carriers, used in applications such as large assembly and plate transport. Some feature self-loading capabilities. Autonomous mobile robots, AMRs. AMRs are generally the most advanced AGVs. They are frequently equipped with intelligent navigation capabilities, allowing them to dynamically navigate a warehouse and obstacles. Cranes. Cranes are also commonly used warehouse material handling equipment. Warehouses may use a variety of cranes depending on their needs. Some commonly used cranes include stacker bridge cranes, gantry cranes, and jib cranes. Bridge cranes are used to move large and heavy objects. The crane spans a gap between two runway tracks and the hoist travels along the bridge. Gantry cranes are more flexible than bridge cranes since they are supported by their own frames and are usually mounted on wheels or a track system. Platform trucks. A platform truck is simply a flat sheet of metal with wheels on the bottom and a handle on one end to allow the operator to push or pull the truck. Some types of platform trucks can hold more than 2,500 pounds. Conveyor belts. A conveyor belt is a motor-driven belt that is part of a larger conveyor system. Operators place items onto the belt. The belt rotates, moving items to their end location in the conveyor system. Reclaimers. A reclaimer is also part of a conveyor system. It is a machine with a rotating scoop positioned at one end of the conveyor system. The reclaimer gathers small, loose items and returns them to the belt to continue their journey. Hoppers. Hoppers resemble funnels and are used to handle small, loose items. Items are placed into the top of the hopper. Gravity causes them to move to the bottom. Hoppers are commonly used for waste disposal and recycling. Bucket elevators. Bucket elevators, or grain legs, are used to transport small items vertically. Small buckets attached to a belt scoop up material and transport them to the top, almost like a small ski lift. Silos. In agricultural settings, silos are used to store grain and silage and protect them from the elements. In other settings, they are used to store materials such as coal, wood, or food products. Silos help protect these valuable resources from the elements. Safety and fall protection. OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Act of U.S. Government, standards require that employees have access to the right personal protective equipment, PPE, and for many categories of PPE that it meet or be equivalent to the standards developed by the American National Standards Institute, ANSI. OSHA also requires that fall protection be provided at elevations of 4 feet or more and when workers are required to work over dangerous machinery and equipment regardless of height. Personal protective equipment, PPE. Warehouse settings can be incredibly dangerous. Trucks and people are constantly coming and going, workers utilize a broad range of equipment, and elements such as heat, electricity, and chemicals can cause serious injuries. The right PPE helps protect workers and reduce the risk of serious injuries. PPE is a broad category but can include items such as hard hats, masks, gloves, and protective clothing. Industrial and portable stairs. Prefabricated industrial stairs that are OSHA compliant help keep your workers safe. Features such as handrails, guardrails, and slip-resistant decking help reduce falls and injuries. Handrails. A portable aluminum safety railing system can protect employees from falls while working at heights. Railings should meet the latest OSHA requirements of 42-inch in height and feature non-penetrating railings that are simple to install and uninstall. Safety swing gates. The floor openings or platforms like stairway floor openings with passages through the railing must either provide a swinging gate or offset so that workers cannot walk directly into the opening. An adjustable swing gate that allows to protect every passway in the facility with one skew.